Hello sim racers, and welcome to a new Pitlanes sim racing video. Today we are checking out iRacing. We are at the legendary Sebring circuit in America, and we are sat in an all-American classic, a Corvette, specifically the brand new to iRacing Corvette C8.R GTE. We are of course taking part in an unofficial week 13/14 race, and we are going to be mixing it up in a multi-class session with the equally new Dallara P217 LMP2 car, which we will see at some point, either coming around to lap us towards the end, or, which has been the case in some other races, overtaking us for position after they fell off the track, because they are blindingly quick down the straights. But these GTE cars have got so much grip in the corners that the speed differential isn't that great. Of course, the more observant amongst you will have noticed we are in VR for this race, using my Oculus Rift S, and my wheel is a direct drive Vacuum Force, and I've got some Fanatic V3 pedals with the brake performance kit. Absolute necessity, really transforms these pedals. We are just doing our warm-up lap, ready for a rolling start. Now, for unofficial races, they've been pretty good so far. First race, the microphone didn't work because I've updated the RTX noise cancelling software. And then on the next one, which was equally brilliant, I updated Windows in between, and it knocked my sound card out. Sorted it out in game, forgot to sort it out on the software, recording software. So third time lucky. We have sound. Let's just hope we have a good race.
Go. That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes.
There's Jim, Mr. Crew Chief, in my ear, helping me out.
Clear right.
Now I'm running a
Still there. There's an incident in turn 1. Still there. Clear right.
I'm running a tweaked max downforce iRacing setup. I took one click of rear wing out, softened up the anti-roll bars front and rear, and just set the brake bars backwards a notch.
He's still there.
I haven't taken any fuel out or anything, so
Incident in turn 5. There's an incident in the hairpin.
I'm just trying to keep the car as
On your right.
neutral and stable as possible.
Right side's clear.
And that seems to have paid dividends as the race has gone on.
There's an incident in.
Now remember, these GTE cars,
Car right. Yellow flag.
we have traction control, but we don't have ABS, so
Still there. Right side's clear.
you can be an animal on the way out, but you've got to be a little bit careful coming in.
Yellow flag.
And you can guess I found that out the hard way. Now I'm not too badly affected by the high downforce setup as long as I can stay close to a pack and use their hole that they punch.
On your left.
See, there's an LMP2 car coming through now. No blue flags because that's for position, so either he didn't qualify or started in the pits or something, I don't know.
P16. Yellow flag, watch out.
Hello. Hello. I was just about to say we've survived lap 1 and lap 2 looked even worse. See if you can just get a stable car, drive within your limits.
Clear left.
And not get punted off. Spoke too soon about driving within my limits when the guy behind me clearly didn't, because he absolutely ploughed into the back of me there at full pelt. So we've probably got a nice chunk of rear damage there with which is probably going to give us all kinds of aero issues. So we'll do a lap, see what we get. Can't actually see the rear wing very well. Of course, you will have seen what that incident is because we will do a Pitlanes action replay.
Incident in turn 5.
But it was a big one.
Okay, Jason, relax, focus, keep it smooth. Yellow flag, caution. 15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go.
Right, so we can just race our own. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not quite so pin sharp to turn in with. I think we got punted up the back, spun round, and somebody whacked the front, so we're a little aero compromised all round, but it feels stable. So we will crack on.
The gap ahead is now 7.8 seconds.
And see if we can't pick off some more places as people fall off, especially when the LMP2 cars come back through the field. That's always interesting.
16th place.
And never in a good way. Right, let's start taking some liberties here. So, while it's nice and quiet and we're all on our own, what do I think about this new Corvette GTE car. Well, as is always the case when a new car comes along, it's built using the latest techniques, technologies, and as a result, it always feels better than any other previously released car. But this one seems to be absolutely, got to hold on a bit. It's hard work with the direct drive wheel over the bumps. It just feels like they've absolutely nailed it. I watched some video clips about them designing and testing this car for racing, and the level of downforce that this car produces in game matches the real life counterpart. It was something they really sought to get on top of, and spent a long time with the rear diffuser on this car during its development in real life. And of course with iRacing, you know, taking the actual real car data to build this laser scan model, or representation should I say, we get the benefits of the extra downforce that the rear wheel car gets, which makes it absolutely brilliant on corner exit. You can just mash the throttle. Oh, it's lively over the bumps. And go for it. Now compare it with the last new GTE car, which was the BMW M8.
Set to 3 years, 1.5 off the pace.
Now even without ABS, this car does not lock up anywhere near as easy as the BMW. I found I had to go so rearward on the brake bias with that car, especially under cold brakes. I found the front was really easy to lock. This car almost feels more like a GT3 car in that respect. Right, here come the LMP2s.
There's an incident in tower. We think it might be land.
Now hopefully it will let me go through this little bit,
Right side.
or not.
Clear right. Okay, Jason. 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Halfway home. We've got plenty of fuel.
Another thing I have found is, since I softened it up slightly, it rides the curbs really well. You can just muller the curb in, the car bounces but never really seems to break traction. I'm using the new X-Split audio option in the settings to make sure that I get the full rich sounds that are now available, including all the ambient, track and environmental sounds. You can't hear a lot of them once the car starts up, but it's quite nice when you're sat in the pit lane or on the start grid. I did find though that the engine volume, which they've added a slider for in the sound options, needed to be tweaked down slightly, because it did tend to make your ears bleed. So I've brought it back down, only the engine sounds, back down in line with the original direct sound version.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 10 seconds.
Yeah. They're not the most exciting cars to listen to, but that's just the GTE spec in general. I have done a quick couple of laps in the Dallara, the LMP2, and that is a lot more pleasing to the ear. And the new sound option really makes a difference. It adds a real rawness, a roughness, a real gritty edge to it. And especially in VR, it really adds to the level of immersion, which is something I'm always striving to improve.
Left side.
It don't make you no faster, but it certainly makes it more fun. Now, it's only a 20-minute race, but they must have the
Faster car behind. They're racing us for position. There'll be no blue flag.
tyre deck set pretty high, because after about 5 laps you really start to notice this car going off.
Car left. Clear left.
Oh, here we go. Don't look in your mirror. Look ahead, not behind. Right, let's get these LMP2s by.
Clear right. Blue flag. Car right. As we move past
Crikey.
the cars behind. They're racing for position. Right side's clear.
This is where you've got to be careful, look, see, that they don't have the speed on you, the legs on you, in the twisty stuff. And you can find yourself, especially if you've got a cautious LMP2 driver, getting caught out by how slow they are on the apex. I've not driven one in anger, I've only tested one, so. But they do not feel as fast as you think they're going to do through the curves and the corners. Down the straight they're mega, but as I say, not really pushed one to the limits yet. That's what I plan on tackling next.
Blue flag. Okay, Jason. There's a faster car approaching. Right side. Clear right. P15.
Oh, turn 1, it really is brilliant. Tuck it in, try and get as close to the wall as you can.
Nail every corner. Let's take whatever chances we can.
Hold onto the wheel over the bumps. That's what makes driving at Sebring so brilliant.
Approaching. He's racing us for position. Don't expect a blue.
These laser scan tracks, they've got every crack, bump, ripple, notch.
Car right. Right side's clear. Left side.
See, this is what happens. They power by you to get in front,
Left side.
down the straight,
Clear left.
and unless they hit that apex, you get back in front. I believe that LMP2 car has got ABS and traction control, so you shouldn't have to be quite as timid as you do in this GTE spec car. Anyway, what I was saying about tyre wear, you really feel it.
Car behind's a faster class.
You feel the understeer creep in, and then it just gets a little bit loose on the rear if you start really taking the mick. You can allow it to slide a little bit, and as long as you're just progressive on the wheel, just you know, just to tweak it and hold it,
158.9.
you're okay. You can allow for a little bit of slide.
Incident in zone 5. Yellow flag, watch out.
What am I going to come across? Ooh, that's a tricky little corner, that. It's tighter than you think. I always get caught out by accelerating too early there. But I do enjoy the way this car is set up. I do seem to think the iRacing default setups are getting a lot better. They're a lot less safe than they used to be. There's a lot less understeer with them. I find myself using them more and more now, and just tweaking it with a bit of brake balance, a little bit of softening up, just to suit my
2 minutes to go.
particular driving style. I struggle if the car's a little bit too stiff. I like it to flex and move about a bit. Right, we're going to get the white flag this time. Hopefully all my new overlays are working okay. They're all in the right place. See, she's just starting to get a little bit bouncy there, a little bit slidey, a little bit loose at the rear. Quite actually enjoy that though. It's progressive, it's easily managed. There you go again, look, just a smidgen of opposite lock, just to straighten it back up again. No good on the longer, what is it going to be, 90-minute races I think. It's going to be in, whatever it is, the IMSA or Le Mans stuff. So tyre wear is going to be a factor there, so you're going to have to be a little bit kinder than I am. But I think I'll be trying out some of the sprint stuff first with the new Audi TCR touring car in its own race, and the Ferrari GT3 car is back in its own spec series.
One more to go.
Ooh.
Good lap. That's your quickest so far.
The leaders must be going a lot quicker than the previous races. We only got 10 laps in. Of course, after my big punt, and then generally just chatting away. I've hardly been setting the world on fire with my lap times, but in a way it's quite nice not to be in the thick of it. Give me a chance to just chat a little bit about this new car and the iRacing new build. I've even become a
There's an incident in tower.
new UI convert. Now they've dropped the beta tag and they've added enough functionality for me to make it do all what I need it to do. I'm using the new UI exclusively rather than the members website as before.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
And you know what? Now I've done it a few times,
Cortez is now in the lead.
I can jump in and within a few clicks be on my way. I think it's just like everything. Once you get used to it, it's not that scary. Right, and we come across the line.
There's an incident in turn 1. Looks like it's man.
There we go. There's 20 minutes around Sebring on iRacing in the new Corvette C8.R
P11. There we go. It's over. Bring it back round.
GTE. Let me know in the comments, have you tried out any of the new content in the iRacing build? If so, what are your thoughts? Have you tried this one out? What have you thought of it so far? What have your experiences been? What have your races been like? Let me know in the comments. As always, it'd be great. Like, follow, comment, share. Really helps us out. We love to get engaged with our sim racing community. But for now, I think that's me done. Remember, race hard, race fair. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.